Hi everyone, my name is Sima. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing part 2 of my empties videos. So I'm going to be talking about products I've used up completely and whether or not I'm going to be repurchasing them. Part 1 I talked about skincare and hair care products I've used up completely, and in this video I'm going to be talking about makeup products I've used up. I don't have as many. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 9 things to talk about in this video, and I've talked about a lot of them before already on my channel, but hopefully this will be a little bit helpful. So if that's all interesting to you, please stick around, and without further ado, let's just jump right in. So to start off, I have 2 primers to talk about. The first one is this Becca First Light Priming Filter. I've talked about the Becca primers before and how I didn't really know if they did anything, and my consensus on them now has changed a little bit in that I think they do something, but I think you have to put on a lot for them to show results. Between this one and the Backlight Priming Filter, I think they kind of do the same thing. I think this one's a little bit better if you have redness you want to cancel out, because it has a bit of like a purplish tinge that kind of color theory cancels it out a little bit, but I think the First Light is just glowier, and so I think in terms of like effect, I don't have enough redness for this to really matter. So between the two, I think I like the Glow Light a little bit more. I do think you have to use a lot of either one for it to really like have that effect, and I feel like with primers I don't really want to have to use a lot, and also Becca is going out of business, so I can't in good conscience like recommend this to people. I think if you want that effect, maybe grab one before they close, but it also like, they're fine. I think they're passable. They're okay primer. They're okay. I do really like the way the glowy one makes my skin look now, but this is not that one. So for this one, I think I can safely say you can pass it. It's nothing to write home about. The second one is this FARSÁLI Unicorn Essence. It's a skin enhancing antioxidant serum, but I use this as a primer. The thing with this is I didn't actually technically finish it. I dropped it and spilled it everywhere. So it is an empty, but it's not because I finished it up. It's literally just because I dropped it. So what I will say, pros to that product are the experience of putting it on is very fun. It's like a sparkly pink liquid. It smells divine. Like, it smells so good. It just feels very luxurious, and it's just like a nice experience. And it does make your skin feel very tacky, so you feel like your foundation is really gonna stick on and stay on. And in my experience, it does do that. And I also don't feel like you have to use a lot of it to get that effect. Like, you don't have to pile it on. So I think in those ways it's really good. The cons for me are, 1, the packaging. Obviously I dropped it once and shattered the syringe thing and also spilled it everywhere. 2, I think the price point is really high. I think this is like $8 or something. Like, it's a pretty high price point. Like, it's very expensive, which is why I didn't repurchase it after dropping it, because I was like, dropping that much money hurt me, and I don't want to go through that again, and I can't justify getting it again. But if the price point doesn't bother you, and you're okay with like the packaging maybe not being the best, the actual product itself I really enjoyed. Again, I didn't finish the whole thing up, so like, interpret that how you will. Maybe I didn't use it enough to like dislike it or like it, but in my experience with this product, which was using it quite a few times before I broke it, I really did like it. My only con and the only reason I haven't repurchased it is because it's really expensive, and I don't love the packaging because that led to me breaking it. But the actual product itself, very good. Loved it, had a lot of fun with it. And you know, like I'm not sensitive to scents. Like, if you are, like, don't get it. It's very strong scented, but some scents are like, they're strong but they're good, and some are strong and they're terrible. This is like a strong but good scent. Sorry, I'm talking really quickly. My battery is about to die, and I want to get this done before it dies. The other product I want to talk about is this Too Faced Born This Way Natural Beige Foundation. The thing with this is I love this foundation. This is my favorite foundation. I have already, in fact, repurchased it, and I have no regrets about that. This color match is really good for me. I just think the coverage of this is really good. It's very buildable. Like, it says medium to full coverage, and that feels really true. I feel like I can put it on and wear it as like an everyday foundation, but I can also like pile it on like more than usual, and I think it looks really good on camera and in photos. It's oil-free, allegedly, which I guess means it's good for people with oily skin. My skin isn't oily, but I don't think it like dries me out either. Like, it's like matte, but it's not too matte where you look like a piece of paper, I don't think. I just think it goes on your skin looking like skin, or as skin like as a pretty full duty heavy coverage foundation can. And I like that the shade range skews a little bit yellow, just because I find it makes it easier to like match my neck to the rest of my face, my neck and the rest of my body, because I feel like a lot of foundations don't go as yellow as this line does. And they still just have a really good shade range. Like, I know Jackie, I worked with them to expand their shade range, and now it's like really diverse and has like a lot of really good like undertones, I feel like, that are like realistic to undertones that people would actually have and be able to use. And I just like, my literal only complaint with this is that it's a Too Faced product, and like in terms of like them as a company, I don't know if I love them as a company. I don't know if I love their founder as a person. but this actual product itself is like a literal, it's such a banger. I think the price point is really good for what it is. It's like a Sephora price, like it's a typical Sephora price, but the foundation is so good that I do not mind paying it. I have already repurchased it, and I will probably repurchase it again after I finish that one. Like I love this. I also just love the bottle. I love frosted like glass. I know it kind of like obscures the color a little bit, like you can't see like what the actual tone of the product is as much in frosted glass, but I just really like it. I do wish this cap was a little less, just like, I think the plastic of the cap is a little flimsy, just because I know the new one I have of this, I dropped it and this cap is broken, so I'm probably gonna swap that cap out for this one and then just throw that away. But adore this, it's so good. Okay, I have 4 mascaras to talk about. So first one I'm gonna talk about is this Buxom Vanity Lash Mascara. I don't think this exists anymore. I got it as like a sample, like I think it was like 100 points reward or something from Sephora. I love this mascara so much. I'm so sad it got discontinued because I really wanted to buy a full size of it. I kept not biting the bullet because I'm very hesitant to buy full size like high-end mascaras, because I just feel like mascara is one of those things where it's really hard to pay a lot of money for when you can get really good products for like half the cost. But this was like so good. This mascara just made my lashes look so much longer than they've ever looked. Like it doubled their length. It made them look thicker, but it didn't look clumpy. Like that was the thing. It's like they didn't look clumpy. It still like separated them so perfectly that they just looked like insanely good. Like it was like, I don't want to say made them look like falsies, because like falsies still like look kind of fake. Like they look like real lashes, but like crazy, insanely good. So I really love this, and I wanted a full size. I just never bought the bullet on it, and then it got discontinued. And I know I read some reviews and people like didn't like it because they said it flaked on them, but I never had that problem, and I like love this, and I want to try a different Buxom mascara to see if I can ever get this effect again, because this literally is, I think, my favorite mascara that I've ever used, and I'm really sad it got discontinued. I've had this in like these other mascaras in my mascara drawer for a while now, and I just like decided to finally like get rid of them because they seemed like as like empty as a mascara tube can be. There's not really any way to like verify it fully that it's done, but it seemed pretty done, and it was way past like the recommended like mascara date. Like this says 6 months. This was in my drawer for like years. Definitely time to go. My next one is another mascara mini. I have a couple minis in here. So this next one was the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And to be honest, I think this mascara is overrated. Like I think it definitely makes your lashes look really good and really like big and like voluminous, but it just was very, very clumpy for me, I feel like. And this also was very, like this definitely did the thing where I felt like it flaked on me all the time. Like I would end the day with like little black flecks under my eyes. Like I just didn't love this. I don't understand the hype behind this product. I don't think it's very good. A great alternative, I think, is I think it's Maybelline, right? This is the Maybelline, or is it L'Oreal? L'Oreal. The L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara is so good. It's like the Better Than Sex Too Faced. Like it's clearly like a dupe, or designed to be a dupe for that, because it has the exact same like packaging pretty much. But I just like this so much better. I think this does everything people like about this product, but it does it so much better. Like where I found this one clumpy, this one gives me the voluminous, thick, beautiful, separated lashes without any of the clump. Like I just think it's so good. I just think this did all of that so much better, and it's so much cheaper. Like it's like $6.99 at the drugstore, especially if you get it on sale. So like this 100 times over I would repurchase, and the only reason I haven't repurchased it yet is because there's just other mascaras in my collection that I would like to use up before I buy a new mascara. But as soon as I'm in the market for a new mascara, I'm gonna probably pick this up because I really, really love this. Really don't recommend this. The next empty mascara I have is this Lights Camera Lashes Tarte mascara. This is just like an okay mascara. Like it was like there's nothing to complain about. Like it didn't flake, it didn't clump, it didn't do anything I didn't want it to do, but it also just didn't do anything that was that spectacular that I couldn't get for like a better price at the drugstore. Like it was just like, it made your lashes look better, but it didn't do anything like that interesting. I also just find this packaging very irritating. Like it's like plastic, but it has like these like ridges. It was just annoying packaging. Product itself was like not that special. It was just kind of like whatever. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It just kind of existed. Glad to get rid of it. So I wouldn't repurchase. I don't recommend anyone purchase it. I just think there are better mascaras for that price point and better mascaras for like much cheaper price points. Okay, and then the last two products I want to talk about are both setting sprays, but they do two different things. One is the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus spray. I love this, have repurchased it like 3 times over. I'm constantly repurchasing this product. Every time I finish it up, I get another one. Really like it, have repurchased it, will continue to repurchase it. I use this as a spray after I've done my base, but I haven't done my eyes or my lips. I just think I don't think it makes your foundation last any longer, but it definitely melts all of your powders into your skin, so it kind of like stops looking as powdery and makes it all kind of look like one layer instead of like multiple stuff piled on top of each other. I also just think there's a lot of other uses. It's great to like wet a brush before dipping it into some sort of like powder that you want to like oomphlify a little bit. I just think it has a lot of purposes. It gets the job done. It's like a tried and true product. I haven't tried like any of the like newer versions that have like, I know one's like supposed to be like dewy and like they have all these scents now. I just like the classic no scent basic one. Does the trick. Have repurchased it. Will continue to repurchase it unless they change the formula, but I think this is so good. And the other thing is the Urban Decay All Nighter makeup setting spray. I have also repurchased this. I've repurchased like this in regular sizes like twice over, and then now I have like a jumbo size, which is like double this for only a few dollars more. And I love this. This is the opposite of the Fix Plus. I only use this to set my makeup. So I've done my whole base, I've done my eyes, I've done my lips. I put everything in place with this, and like my makeup will not budge. Like I think this is like the reason why my makeup stays for as long as it does. Like I've fallen asleep and my makeup hasn't really moved because of this. I've taken like naps, it's been fine. I've gone through entire work days, and I'm not gonna say my makeup hasn't changed at all or moved at all, but it definitely looks like way better than it would like otherwise. I've tried other setting sprays and really like nothing has really, I feel like, given me like the consistent this is not gonna move feeling of this one. And until something else gives me that feeling, I will continue to repurchase it. Really the only like qualms I have with either of these is I wish the sprays were a little bit better. The best spray I've ever used on a setting spray is the Morphe Continuous Mist setting spray. I think that one has the best spray of them all, but just in terms of like what they do, these two are supreme for their respective like things, and I just like will continue to repurchase this. Love it. The scent is maybe not my favorite, but I don't care. Like it doesn't stick around. Like once I put it on, the scent kind of dissipates, so I really like it. That's it. That's all my makeup empties. Sorry if this video is a little shorter than my other ones. I just don't have that many makeup empties. I just have so many makeup products that it takes a while to go through stuff, and it's like really hard to get through like powders really. So the only stuff I'm using up over and over is stuff like mascaras or sprays really are the quickest things to go through. With all that being said, if you guys have any makeup products you finished up, please put them in the comments down below and tell me if you plan on repurchasing them. If you've ever tried any of these products and you feel differently about them, I'd love to hear what your experience was. If you liked this video, if you could hit the thumbs up button, I would really appreciate it. If you want to hang out with me on other social media platforms, you can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. And if you liked my video and you want to stick around for more of them, I post new videos every Wednesday, so if you could subscribe to see them, I would really appreciate that as well. And I will see you guys all then. Bye!